Don't cry for me, Andre Pirlo.
God. Serious?
That should be released. I'm just so sad, Jay.
You're tone deaf.
I know I'm tone deaf. It doesn't matter, but I'm talking about the lyrics. Like, it was a fantastic Champions League final, one of the most entertaining I've seen in years. But as we look through all the best memes and tweets, which we'll get to in a minute, we'll obviously get to the worst.
Cry.
It's so sad, man. It's just a great ambassador to the game. I've watched him for years, and to see him that upset, because you rarely see him so upset. He's so calm, collected, no Pirlo, no party. And as much as there will be a party tonight in Berlin, there'll be no Pirlo.
Party's moving to New York City.
There'll be no Pirlo partying. Well, there might be. Anyway, but on a lighter note, minus my depression aside, Jason joining me here, Francis Maxwell. Champions League final just happened, as I mentioned. It was just thoroughly entertaining. We watched it in a bar here in LA. It was as if we were in a European bar. There was just an amazing atmosphere. People were watching it. There was Italians, there was Spanish there. I almost forgot I was in an American bar until I heard someone behind me say, "That offensive infrastructure was unbelievable." And then I was brought right back down to earth. But
how about the guys consistently screaming, "Cristiano Ronaldo"?
I know.
That play made no sense.
I think he's just shouting it to hope that it counteracted Messi, just to annoy him. Anyway, the internet exploded as always, and there will be more memes and tweets, so bear with us. This is right after the game. So Jason, the great producer that he is, as well as host, brought us all the best memes that he could find so far. So this is my instinct reaction to it. I've only seen a couple of them, so I will be reacting authentically to them coming up. So let's take a look at the best memes and tweets from after the game or during the game in the Champions League. So the first one.
Because Messi is definitely not human.
Yes, he's not. I mean, even though he didn't go on the score sheet today, it's very fitting. He did play a big part in both goals with a ping across the field, and his shot was saved. So the guy is just the best I've seen in my lifetime. I think I said Zidane's the best I've ever seen. Once Messi finishes, I'll accurately say he's the best I've ever watched, because he's just phenomenal, and he's from outer space. So let's take a look as we continue through the memes. What is next? So this is funny, because my dad tweeted me saying Vidal, I mentioned it in the recap, Vidal needs to be taken off. I think it is part of Vidal's game, and he understands when he gets a yellow card that that's part of his game, and this referee understands that he's like. He nips at ankles, he gets stuck in. I didn't see him get sent off, did you?
No, his haircut deserves a red card, though. That's what I said during the match. Like,
his or Dani Alves's? Because
what I could never get over is that, so Vidal goes into, looks into a mirror before he steps onto the field. I'm going to say, maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half before game time, and he looks in the mirror and he goes, "Yeah, that looks great." It's like, somebody has to think that it looks good, so he obviously did.
His barber obviously thinks it looks good as well.
Well, there's actually a great, we'll get to that tweet in a little bit.
All right, so next up.
Well, this one I love. The caption for this is even the dog is interested in watching the Champions League final. I love dogs.
Yeah, I knew that. I was going to say that. Come up, it was probably good, and it's probably some guy who got one retweet is now famous because we put him up on our famous memes and tweets things.
Oh, look, it's a studly dog.
But yeah, it goes along with what I was saying about the Champions League as a whole, because we get Kobe Bryant tweeting about it. We get everyone is just so.
He was rooting for Juve. He's an AC Milan fan.
It's funny because
he's supporting the Serie A.
He's friends with Messi, though. I mean, that's like when he done that commercial. The guy was friends, and both of them are unbelievable at their sport, and it will transcend through history. But, I mean, everyone kind of wants to root for an underdog. I know you wanted to go for Juve.
Well, I think because of his AC Milan allegiance, he was rooting for the Serie A in this.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of teams in the Serie A, funny enough, or even if they hate Juve or rivals, were rooting for Juve because they need something to bring this league back to life. And I think that this is a big step forward, so congratulations to them. Next up, in standard, I mean, whenever you can get a dig in at your rival team, Ronaldo, Bale and Benzema, you go ahead and you do it. So
never seen Ronaldo so close with his teammates.
I know. It's a good point, actually. He's finally he consoles his teammates because they're not in the Champions League final.
Oh, he consoles them, but they're both not going to be there.
If this is accurate, it would be Ronaldo would be at the shelf polishing his Pichichi. And he'd be like, I won this.
Ballon d'Ors.
What does it matter? I won this, my Ballon d'Or will be sitting there. I'll probably post for a picture after, like, remember this? This is what really matters. What's next? There you go.
This is my absolute favorite one. The whole idea of putting Juventus stripes on the Real Madrid jersey is so, or I'm sorry, shirt.
Yeah, shirt.
Don't kill me.
Jersey.
Jerseys. The Real Madrid shirt is absolute genius. And then there's another one that went along with this, at least before the match that I saw, which was an attack at our good friend, the True Geordie, saying, does it hurt to see black and white stripes in the Champions League final? That's not Newcastle. Harsh.
I can imagine his reaction. Are you fucking joking me? How was that?
That's not bad.
No, it's not the best, to be honest. My American accent's better.
No, but you need a no bullshit reaction.
I need a no bullshit reaction. All right, next up, how to stop
Lionel Messi. Sort of, not really. Was worth a try. A for effort.
Yeah, and it's obviously it's a great picture with all of them around. I think Pogba's reaction in the background is best. He's just like, hands up, I'm not fucking touching him. Like, what's the point of doing that? I'm not going to get anywhere near him. But as much as as I said, he wasn't. People who are neutral fans are like, oh, Messi didn't score. But if you watch the game, he was still as influential as ever. And he was getting a lot of hard tackles. I think I tweeted Evra kicked him about the 1800th time at one point. Evra was
a lot of times to get kicked.
On a bruising mission.
From what I saw, it still seemed like a lot of Juventus defenders were constantly watching Messi.
Yeah, it's petrifying.
The same effect that Kobe has on the court, that Steph Curry has on the court, at least with the NBA. Like, you can't just leave him alone.
Yeah, I can hear people already shouting at the camera. It's the Champions League final, Jason. Why are you bringing up the NBA?
It's okay, they'll live. It's the NBA finals tomorrow.
What is that again? All right, next up.
The caption for this, though, it said, this guy probably is hiding his Chelsea City jersey, too.
This is the same Snoop Dogg syndrome that we talked about. Like, Snoop goes to every city. Someone stupidly told me before my interview with Snoop Dogg, oh, yeah, he's a Celtic fan. I was like, Snoop, you're a Celtic fan? He's like, yeah, Glasgow Celtic fan. And next minute, he's a Norwich fan because he went to a show in Norwich. Chelsea, Man United. I think he was a Rangers fan at one point. So, yeah, this is a complex situation that I think... Not to hate on Americans. I love how much everyone's loving the game.
Was an American?
Jason, I've seen this before. I seen a kid turn up to play football with me one time with Manchester City socks and a Man United top on. You walk around Manchester with that and either your legs or your torso are getting cut off.
What would you prefer?
One or the other. Probably my legs. I don't know. Anyway.
It's a football player. I'm surprised.
What, am I going to run out with no torso?
It'll be pretty funny.
All right, next one. Barber, what do you want? Vidal. You ever seen a zebra crossing? Barber.
Say no more. Nailed it.
I mean, yeah, it's hilarious, but obviously it's supposed to reiterate how much he lives, breathes, and bleeds the black and white, because the black and white stripes there obviously got along with Juventus. That's me trying to shield him.
Is that your justification for that? Looks like a crosswalk. It looks like shit.
There was one point, it was a UV player behind him, be like, what?
Right. And a whistle and a vest. I did like the moment, and I'm not sure who it was. It was Vidal and another mohawked individual.
Oh, yeah, Dani Alves.
What's the head? The Europeans in general it's very different than America in terms, like, we'll just punch you or, like, hit you when you're down. They have weird, like, he booped him. Boop, boop.
It's so much more annoying, though. Like, if you punch him, you're getting off the field, but you can just do something like I remember I used to play football and some guy used to give me a wet willy all the time. It was so annoying. That's the worst thing. I think. Imagine we got that conversation between those two players translated, and Vidal turned around and Dani Alves went, "Fucking state of your hair, mate."
I think he turned around and went, "Boop."
All right, next. This is a fitting meme or picture, basically, from the game. Xavi making his last appearance for Barcelona. I literally tweeted it out. Legend. It was fitting that he come on, and not just to come on for a cameo appearance. He's very effective towards the end of games, and he'll. I would have liked to have maybe seen him go on to the MLS and come here and play, but I guess now that with Qatar obviously being such a promising nation to play football in thanks to the World Cup, I guess Xavi wants to go and try it out for everyone and be like, it's all right, guys. I didn't die playing.
It's not that hot here.
It's not that hot. I managed to play.
So two things. One, that was his 151st Champions League appearance, which was past Iker Casillas.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Which Casillas will probably
and a really
back.
Special moment with Andres Iniesta as he came off. He took off, I guess it's your captain's badge.
Captain's armband and gave it back on.
Put it on him and threw him into last.
Because he's a team captain and lifts a trophy, which was very fitting for him. And two legends, of course, that are very good friends together. He was a great ambassador to football. And talking about great ambassador for the game, prepare yourselves. If you think The Notebook was sad, take a look at this.
Oh my God, you've mentioned Dawson's Creek, The Notebook.
It's so sad. Like that's one. There was another picture as well, which was even worse. It's like he was heartbroken. I mean, heartbroken is something that you don't
feel if you lost the Champions League.
I know, but he's lost the Champions League before. Yeah. He's lost it with AC Milan, and he was at fault missing a penalty at one point, but he lost it. And he knows that this is probably his last chance to play in it. And I'm not sure if there is images out there of Buffon. I think he's a lot, and maybe he managed to hold his emotions in a little bit more. Another guy who he is yet to add that to his trophy cabinet. He's never won it before. It's in the same stadium that he won the World Cup with Italy. And if Buffon did win the Champions League, it would have been a fantastic testament to the professional that he has been. But Pirlo, seeing him upset, aside from my fanboy emotions, just seeing any player that just is usually, you expect to see him so calm and composed to be that upset. We expect Ronaldo to cry if he loses. We've seen it before. Messi, we haven't. If this was the same with Messi, you'd be like, all right, that's fucking devastating. He deserves to win that.
I'm speechless. I mean, look, I know your love affair with Pirlo. Besides the fact that Buffon, I thought, was the most animated and emotional on the field.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
After Morata scored,
yeah,
man, was he pumped. I think he did a lap.
He was awesome through the game, man. He was just, he had such a great game.
Some phenomenal saves.
Yeah, guys were tweeting me saying, this is a Buffon of old, this is Buffon of 2000s. This is a Buffon of Buffon. He's not aged.
He hasn't changed.
He's a fine wine, just like Pirlo. I want to drink both of them. I want to go out drinking with them. Wow. I want to spend the night with them. I want to go to Vegas with them.
Quote it. I want to drink both of them.
All right, guys, what did you think of the memes and tweets from around the UEFA Champions League final? Make sure to leave your comments in the section below. As always, from Francis and Jason, thanks for coming in. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to comment, and we will try our best to comment back to you guys. And do not go anywhere through the month of June, because we will be back with the Copa America.
Who won the final?
Of what?
Champions League.
I think it was Barcelona.
Ah, got it, okay.